Oh boy. I guess I better sit forward. Hello. I can't be bothered to set up the big computer and do this. I'll do Periscope. So Gerard Batten. I need a proper stand. Who wants to get me a stand for my phone so I don't have to hold it? Gerard Batten, UKIP. What should Tommy do? Okay. I'm not a big fan of Tommy joining UKIP or any political party personally for himself, but the point has to be made that UKIP have got this incredible rule. Okay, they said that no former members of the EDL, and they've thrown into that the BNP and a bunch of racist parties. So firstly, EDL never really had membership lists. I guess they sold merchandise. There'd be a list of people who bought merchandise, and there are people who attended demos back in Tommy's day, but there's no formal membership. The BNP had a formal membership, and these people are all banned from joining UKIP according to UKIP's rules. And UKIP did this so that they wouldn't be tarred with the brush of being racists and so forth. But here's the problem. If you're a political party and you're banning people from your party based on what they've done in the past, what you're saying is that political persuasion doesn't work. So someone who was a member of the BNP can never be a member of your party because you'll never accept that they could be politically persuaded not to be racist. Doesn't make sense to me. As for banning Tommy, it's just dumb. However, I don't think Tommy needs to be in UKIP. I don't think political. He can't go for high office as far as I can understand because he's been in prison, and this bars you from trying to become an MP. So the system's like logged against him. And if you're not going to become an MP and join, run for Parliament, what point is there? And that's the other problem I see with UKIP. Under Farage, they did Brexit. Brexit was a good thing. But Farage has always been absolutely adamant about not tackling Islam. I know this from way back in the day, back in 2007 and stuff. We were meeting with Gerard Batten. He would talk about Islam back then. He's known about this stuff for a long time. Nigel Farage wouldn't let any of it. And this interview he did with Avi Yemeni is just classically bad. Classically bad. And I watched Politico's video, and I agree with him in certain respects about Tommy not needing to be in UKIP, but Tommy should be able to be in UKIP. That's the point. That's what they should be looking for, and that's not what there is at the moment. Sorry, that'll mess up the recording probably. I hate when I get annoying notifications during these periscopes. I really should make things better. So Tommy should have the right, and all EDL members should have the right to join UKIP. But honestly, this is my little secret. Don't tell anyone this. You shouldn't be trying to subvert or get into UKIP. You should be somebody. If there's a political way to solve or to save Britain, I think that's probably a momentum-style, Saul Alinsky-based takeover of the Conservative Party. That's what you want to do. They've actually got institutional power. They have MPs. They have the ground game. They can win elections. UKIP can't do that. Their only power is ever derived from having MEPs, and they're going to lose all of those next March unless Brexit is actually reversed. So, honestly, go join the Conservative Party. Get 1 million working class people who are worried about Islam in their towns to join the Conservative Party. That's going to do it more. Go actually fight for good MPs in working class areas of Britain, because that's how you fight Labour. That's where you'll get Labour, where they've gone all socialist and so SJW and mad. You fight them with a real down-to-earth, proper Conservative MP who understands the issues around mass immigration and Islam in working-class towns across all of England. That's how you do it. UKIP, as far as I can see, won't know where to go. If they can't actually decide now that there's a problem with Islam in Britain as a whole, I mean, if you've still got Farage pulling in one direction and Batten pulling in another, and the membership not being sure, UKIP are finished. I mean, they've got no actual power in Britain anyway. The minute they're out of the European Parliament, UKIP ceases to exist politically in the UK. They've never, you know, they're not looking like they're going to ever or come close to having a significant number of MPs in the UK Parliament. And for a political party that's talking about independence, UK independence, they're not going to have a say in an independent Britain. Anyway, someone asks, if Tommy's prison sentence was later quashed on appeal, does this mean he would still be disallowed as an MP? He has three prior prison terms. So he has one for assault before the EDL thing, talked about in his book. He has jailing for going to America on somebody else's passport, bang up to rights, but the sentence was too long. And then he has the mortgage fraud case, which was a total fit-up. I don't know the exact rules of who can and can't be an MP, but whatever they are, they'll make it so that Tommy can't be one. And I'm not sure that's where his talents lie. But nevertheless, UKIP, I think the thing to do now, if you really want to save the UK, is grabbing the flag resulted in all charges being dropped. Because the video proved that he jumped over a barrier, grabbed the flag of an ISIS guy. This is before ISIS existed. They were just Muslims back then with a black banner that looks like the ISIS flag, because that banner's been used for 1,000 years. He grabbed the flag and the backstroke hit a policeman. They tried to charge him with assault on a policeman, but that was thrown out. Back to that was what I'm saying is that the real thing, go after the Conservatives. Mount a momentum-style Saul Alinsky rules for radicals. Look up all these terms. Saul Alinsky rules for radicals. That's how the left works. Social justice warriors, this is how they work. Read Saul Alinsky's Rule for Radicals and do that to the Conservative Party. That's how momentum captured Labour for these mad SJW, Palestinian-loving, ultra-far-left Marxists. That's how Labour was captured. Do that to the Conservatives and Britain could survive. Anyway, Shana Tova Vemetuka. It's New Year tonight for the Jewish people. Big celebrations here. Everybody's going to be with their families, eating, drinking, but not much drinking. Have a great New Year, prosperous, happy. May you be inscribed positively in the Book of Life, and so on.